Hello. I thought about what kind of video I could do next. So I thought I could tell you a little story. This is a training story. It's about, let's see here, 12 years ago. Something like that. I tell you this right from my memory. I haven't written anything down. So if I stumble a little bit, try to think. So please think about that. This is my backdrop for today. My uniform. I couldn't find anything. I got my Shama gun under here, but yeah, this was a spur on the moment kind of video. So yeah, as I have told you before, here in Sweden we got until last year, no, the year before, we got a conscript army. Did you time? Every male had to do the tests. When I came up for my duty, everybody had to do the test, but in the laws it says every man, I think it's over 18, have to do military service. But of course that doesn't work. You can be sick, you can be injured, you can have some kind of handicap. Of course they be sorted out. But when I came up, the budget cut had made it so that I guess you almost, not really, but they asked you, the shrink asked you if you want to do the military service, and if you were completely healthy, you probably would wind up had to do it. But if you maybe had a slightly maybe have slightly less sight on one eye maybe, or something like that, and you told them I don't want to do it, you would be sorted out because of the budget cut. Before that, everyone would do it. Yes, and at the time I did it, I was this was at the end of our training or our service or conscription time. It was in the spring, I guess right about this time of year, maybe a little, I think it was a little later, in May. It was in May. So we was waiting for our big maneuver, and everyone, in the end, everyone was sent to a big maneuver to end your service training time. And when you have done your training, you could choose if you wanted to be a professional soldier and become an officer, or a professional soldier. But at the time we were waiting for our big maneuver to end our basic training. Let's say basic training. I say basic training for conscription time. Okay. Yeah, we were waiting for it, and it was weekend, and there were other force or another company who was doing guard duty. It was an exercise, and two of our platoons, it wasn't real platoons, it wasn't our regular platoons, but we was put together. We call us Caesar and David. You Americans you would call Charlie and Delta, two groups. We were the B force. We would attack. It was over a weekend, and we would probe, attack, and sabotage their exercise. We would attack them, and they would have to defend themselves and defend the object. In this particular time, it was a radar station. Yeah, we were B force. We had not strictly orders. We knew what about we should do. So in the meantime, we just hang back, chatted, read. Yeah, it was a pretty nice weekend. We were out shooting at them in the middle of the night, attacking their camp, maybe, or some guard station. We would sneak up, fire a couple of shots, and disappear. And it was the night between Saturday and Sunday. We got an order of that we would attack a convoy. We set up a different side of the road. No, we were not shooting at the shadow, if you think that. We were shooting down the road, so we didn't cross our fire. So yeah, so we waited for the convoy. Our equipment was, my equipment was my uniform, my web gear with a blank ammunition, my AK-5, a pistol, and yeah, smoke grenades, yes. And the other, we had 3 machine guns. One Carl Gustav. You Americans know about Carl Gustavs. It is a rocket launcher who is for armor, taking out armor, but they are pretty good at houses and things like that as well. But we had one of those. The convoy was coming. It was 2 trucks with soldiers and Stridsfordon 90, we call them. It's a you can compare it with the American Bradley. Let's say that. In the front, the Carl Gustav took out the Stridsfordon 90, or yeah, the Stridsfordon 90, who is an equivalent of a Bradley. But yeah, took out that. Then we just opened fired on the trucks. Just empty our mags, put in a new mag, empty that, and the machine gun emptied their belts. And they were done. They were dead. They haven't a chance. So yeah, they were done. We were thinking. I don't know if you heard of this Retreat Hell. You who's watched this and have been in the Marines probably know that expression, Retreat Hell. We just got there. We was thinking, we have ammunition left. We could do a little fun thing. A couple of kilometers clicks away, the operations radio station maybe. It was wagon with radio equipment and personnel who used them. They were talking to the soldiers and checking how it went. They weren't in the exercise, in the scenario, if you know. But we thought we haven't got any order that we wouldn't attack them. We were working pretty freely except this convoy attack. We were doing our probing and things like that on our own initiatives. So I think we haven't been told to attack them, so why don't we? So couple guys, me included, head off in that direction and came up. They haven't had no guards or anything because they weren't directly in the exercise. So we flung the door open, threw in a smoke and emptied our magazines into the smoke and pulled away. That wasn't very popular. The day after, when they or two platoons, I call them platoons, was gathered, and officers. He was the highest officer we had, was a sergeant. He knew it was us, but he didn't know who it was, so he couldn't punish us. He couldn't punish the whole two platoons, but he lay in on us pretty well. We weren't worth nothing to him. But it was really funny. They didn't expect that. I think it was, when I'm thinking back, it was probably very well that they didn't find out exactly who it was doing that. That maybe could have some it could maybe affect our career after. So but it was fun though. It's really fun. Probably most fun we had that weekend. Yeah. Okay. See you.